I'm not gonna do that at all. Like, hello, I'm not, my name is Charles. Come on in, lock your doors, throw away the key. Pure ecstasy. Oh shit. These damn brakes are going out. Okay. Hey, sorry about last night. Sorry about last night. I was tired. I was on my feet the whole game, carrying what is wrong with this damn phone? Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all. Remember that song? Jig, hello, jig, hello. Remember that shit? Y'all remember that shit? I'm old. That's what the girls used to say back in the day. That was remember Pitty Pat and shit. Do they still patty cake? People don't patty cake no more, huh? That's old. Let's see who's in the chat. Who they say? Chakalaba? Shaka Kiba. I lost my oh my god, you lost your grandma. You lost your grandmama. Jesus Christ, brother. I'm sorry about that, man. Oh wow. I'm up here clowning and you lost your grandma, man. I'm pretty sure she meant a lot to you. I send my condolences to you, brother. Or sister. I can't tell by the name. But yeah. Thank y'all for watching No Face City. I'm in LA. Getting ready to deliver this damn package. Let me switch this around so y'all can see where I'm at. I'm going down Schlossing. And here's my competition, y'all. I'm doing Uber. Here's my competition right next to me. That's a Waymo car. The self-driving car, Waymo, has made its way to Los Angeles. It's going to be taking over Uber. They are getting rid of drivers, and the Waymos are already on the road. The Waymo. Yep, that's nobody's driving that car right there, y'all. That is a car with no driver in it. People be using the motherfuckers too. Ain't nobody in that one though. Uh-oh. Oops. right, let's see. Hold on, I'm sending this text message. Damn scene. Global. Send this text message. This damn busy. I don't know what's going on. Hey, sorry about last night. I was tired. I was on my feet the whole game carrying camera equipment and stuff. I thought about you this morning and got you this. I'm sitting it back in my damn self. Oh shit. Not sending it to Tina. God damn it. I did. Delete that this way you don't mess. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Okay, where is the thing at? Where is it? Let's go. All right, let's go. All right. Who we got up in here? I can't see. You can park there, mate. Hey, you can park there, mate. Yeah, you can park there. Yes, it's the side of the road. You can park there. You definitely can park there. Uh-oh. Yeah, you definitely can park there. Leimert Boulevard. Leimert Boulevard. Waymo right there? Yeah, Waymo taking over, dog. Waymo is taking over. You must be from the UK. You said mate. Or you either gotta be from you're probably from Australia. Can you park there, mate? I don't know. Do they say mate in the UK in what they call it? Do they say mate in Australia? Come on, jackass. You want to get in front of me so bad, bitch. Go ahead. Anyways. Everybody's in a hurry. That's one thing I like. LA people are just too in a hurry. Everybody, that's it's like life be flying by. I go here. That's how it is out here. I don't like that vibe shit. Everything's a fucking emergency. That's why people in LA be having heart attacks, because they so wound the fuck up. Let's see. Oh shit, where's my hair? My hair, I don't have no haircut. Hey, you can't park there, mate. Hey, you can't park there, mate. The hell do you think you're doing parking there? This is some YouTube shit. Hey, 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 hey. Oh, shit. What am I rolling over? Branches or some shit? I just want you to go down Arlington. What the fuck is up with them doing in fucking Arlington? Oh, shit. These damn lights. Shit. I want the motherfuckers to stay green. They can't stay fucking green. don't even know the damn freeway. To go where? Where got me going on the freeway to go? To go on feed. I'm taking this street straight down. I'm going on the damn freeway. That takes too much time. Zigzagging around. Take this down. At the car wash. Can run it back. Hose out anti-damage. Get a commercial now. Shit. They ain't playing. That's what I'm I think LA is a city that's on the brink of collapse. Shit. Because there's a lot of people. This is when you know that the city is on the brink of collapsing. Because look, y'all, you can see the Hollywood sign. If you got more people out is not working in the middle of the day than they're not working, your city ain't gonna be around long. Look, you can see the Hollywood sign. Can y'all see the Hollywood sign? It's way on that mountain right there. You can really see. You can kind of see it a little bit, but it's kind of far. Can y'all see it, the Hollywood sign? It's the Hollywood sign. Can y'all see it? I can't zoom in that far, but it's that little white thing on the top of that mountain, that's the Hollywood sign. That's the Hollywood sign right here. It's crazy. I didn't know you could. That's when you know it's a clear day, and it's not that much small today, because you see the sky clear, no clouds hardly in the sky, and you can see and there's not a lot of smog because you can see the Hollywood sign. I'm wondering, is it because everybody's driving mostly electric cars that the smog is starting to dissipate? I don't know if that got anything to do with it, but yeah, that's Hollywood. Right where that mountain is where Hollywood is. The Hollywood Hills. That's the Hollywood Hills, guys. Oh, this fucking damn bike. I passed my homeboy house. I ain't passed it yet. All right, let's see. All right.
His comedic point of view, his comedic point of view was the minimum. Regards to the Corey Holcomb versus Anton Daniels situation. I want to go over his thoughts. He was actually another man that was in the room at the time, so he might provide additional perspective on what was going on. So let's hear what he has to say. Let's go. Go ahead, Joe. Do your thing, man.
Fuck Anton. Texas sharpshooter fallacy. That was a great exhibition of a Texas sharpshooter fallacy last night on 5150, done by Antoine. Now, I say in recent history, the greatest exhibition of a Texas sharpshooter fallacy was the Cat Williams interview on Shannon Sharp. What is a Texas sharpshooter fallacy? As I eat this apple. A Texas sharpshooter fallacy is when a person paints a narrative around a situation
what's up,
as their
Roman?
argument, and they frame the narrative, and they take a shot, right? They pose an argument, and they frame a narrative around the argument so they can seem accurate. Follow me. Again, Texas sharpshooter fallacy is when somebody poses an argument and they frame a narrative around the argument to make it seem like what they're saying is accurate.
This is also referred to as a straw man argument. Instead of arguing your actual point, they will construct a narrative and then argue that point, acting as if it's something that you ever said. But let's listen.
All right, look that up so you can follow me. We will. Okay, so bam. Last night was a cavalcade of illogical fallacies. You had two men who have opposing opinions, both have justified opinions to feel it whatever way they want to feel.
Sure.
Antoine being a conservative, pushing the narratives he has the right to do it. Corey being who Corey is, being a comedian with a comedic point of view. That's what a lot of people who are political don't understand about a comic. A comic's political point of view is personal. It's not political. So it's a personal point of view based on life experiences, and it's your interpretation of the world through your view.
Sure.
When you have somebody that's political, their worldview is really a microcosm of whatever political party they're subservient to. So that was the dichotomy, that was the difference, that was the minute difference in the messaging that was coming from both brothers. Corey is speaking his comedic point of view, his comedic point of view versus a political point of view. See, in politics, they always try to make the party's agenda supersede the individuals. If I was on the show, once I sensed that Antoine was speaking in Texas sharpshooter fallacy, I would have ended the show or stopped the conversation, because now I understand that he has an agenda, and his agenda is not based in logic. It's based in a narrative.
Let me comment on a couple of these things. I don't agree with what Craig is saying right here. You could say that there are commentators out there that don't have their own thoughts, opinions, feelings, ideologies, perspectives, and they are just a mouthpiece to whatever political narrative. But that's not really what caused the dust up. What caused the dust up was kissing of a white man's ass. Comment back was upping the ante of slurping down BBC. Corey's comment towards Anton resulted in a verbal response. Anton's comment towards Corey resulted in a threatening response. That back and forth, that simple back and forth was what instigated it to the next level. Now, if you're saying that Anton was doing that prior to any of that, then that is your opinion of the situation. I would hope that any of us with a microphone are not saying things predicated on a political party, right? Like, or in complete alliance with someone else's thoughts, opinion. And in fact, you're saying things kind of just based off of the way that you think about it. Even thinking about the logic of a straw man argument or like Texas sharpshooter, right? You could be saying that you are going to cut the interview once you realize that they are just a mouthpiece. But then Anton can say, not a mouthpiece, you're actually setting up a logical fallacy or a straw man argument and attacking the political party, as opposed to attacking that, hey, this is actually my thoughts and opinions on things. But nevertheless, when going into a debate like this, both participants are very aware of, more than likely, if they did research, they're very aware of the different points and positions, right? Like, they understand that they're going to be talking to their complete opposite. So I don't know, it should not be a surprise that the majority of Anton's talking points come from a much more conservative perspective. But let's keep listening.
Understand what I'm saying? So that's the difference. People who operate and build from a narrative or within a narrative will not allow you to shadow that narrative, because that's the only thing they have to anchor themselves in a debate or a conversation. So you have to understand the agenda when you're in these types of situations. So Corey handled himself well, because I know Corey, right? Corey is, if any disrespect, he's about that action. You know what I'm saying? So, but when somebody's running a play, you can't just be about that action, because if they're running a play, you can actually be carrying out somebody else. by
he's
standing on something
He-
that's
that-
connected to your principles.
100%. I 100% agree with this right here. And it sounds as if like if they talked about it behind scenes and if you gave them that feedback, that is fantastic feedback, which is why I've said throughout all of this is that in the short term, reacting by puffing up your chest or what might have come accustomed to you, you know, years before as taught to you by your OGs and how you handle a situation if you feel like a man is slighting you based off of your sexuality, that doesn't fly within a new internet culture, especially not in debate, where you might actually earn less respect
That's deep.
from a threat of somebody because instead of addressing the points or even responding back to somebody giving you the same energy in a way to one-up what they gave at you, even if you do that through a comedic lens or angle, not doing that and wanting to take it physical and then not follow up on that physicality if that person says let's go outside, you know, it doesn't do any good. And the thing is that in talking with Corey, brother right here, man, very respectful brother, very humble brother, you know, I felt like I was talking to somebody that I've known for years. That's how good that the conversation was with him. So I know that he's actually like that. There's just something that happens when you have your brand, your audience, millions of dollars on the line, and you have someone who's diametrically opposed. Like Anton's purpose in here is inevitably not to shake hands on the end of this. It is to take his talking points, his agenda, if you want to say that, his points, his positions, his audience, his brand is up against a political perspective, and albeit it might be a comedian's perspective, but a political perspective that is completely opposite. I think that, you know, Corey will say something like, you know, you'll kiss the white man's ass, but then it seems as though Corey is in defense of the Minnesota woman and her actions, which led to a white officer, ending her life. What I find interesting about these conversations is that I think that culturally, black people, we want to talk about black people are not a monolith. I think culturally, black people are conservative as hell. Politically, black people are liberal as hell. And I find that so fascinating to me that the culture can be so different than the political ideologies, but it also helps me understand at the base of it that marketing and politics works. But if you bring someone to your platform, they decide to go scorch earth and then rage bait you, right? If their goal is to get you off of your center or to display a component of you that is not accustomed to you. I mean, Corey even said it that like, he don't want to do this, right? Like, he don't want to threaten, and he's not about that. You know, he said that multiple times within that. So for him, for Anton to say something to get him out of character,
he was pulling out. He was pushing the
That's-
buttons.
y'all know what I'm trying to say.
Because when somebody studies you, they understand your principles.
They understand what
and
makes you
base
tick.
the narrative around the triggers that would be markers inside the principles
Correct,
you have.
correct.
For instance, if you're a Christian or if you don't agree with a homosexual lifestyle,
Oh, shit.
They're gonna
say
poke
things.
at it.
It's called a dog whistle in politics.
Right.
They will say things that trigger you and
That part.
evoke a response that makes it
Here's
seem
Tesla
like,
truck. Here's Tesla,
you're
y'all.
being
Here's Tesla
emotional.
truck.
That's why Antoine started being very direct and started being very accusational, because he was trying to trigger Corey. And it worked for a bit, but Corey caught himself and handled himself like a G. I hope they can get back together
Yeah,
and
yeah,
do
facts,
it more.
facts.
Because at the end of the day, what we need in our community is not niggas that want to be right. We need niggas that want to push
Like
an
Darth Vader's truck.
intellectual
Absolutely.
agenda
Absolutely.
that furthers the common consciousness of everybody black. Do your research on most cult leaders or most dictators or most people who rose to power and did some absolutely heinous things. These are people who willed their way into that position and dealt with a lot of rejection. So when you're dealing with somebody that
Those are also people that understood how to communicate to emote emotions from the people that they were speaking to. Hear me out. The best public speakers will get you in your emotions. Why? Because from your emotions, I can get you to do what I want you to do. Politically, might be vote for me. Because now I'm tapped into your emotions. I'm tapped into your psyche. I'm tapped into your why. I'm tapped into how it is that you feel about a certain situation. So I can overstep logic. I can overstep logic if I get you in your feelings.
Right.
Try to direct whatever it is that I want about it. That's why on the internet, right, or in communication, the person that gets emotional first loses. Because now you are at the control of the person who got you emotional. Got you there. Okay? Now, from Corey's perspective, if he comes from a culture of much more hood politics, right? He references jail culture, and he actually compared that to Anton's knowledge of the world, even though Corey had not been to prison. But nevertheless, if that's your reference for that, this is not prison. We're on the internet, baby. Well, at least I am, right? They're in person. And on top of that, you say things, you take it to the level of threatening. That person doesn't back down and asks to go outside, and then it's not taken beyond that, is looked at a certain type of a way. But I'm happy that after, getting up out of his normal, he was able to reframe his mind, because he's a mature OG, and just say, all right, let's just talk about this, and then they inevitably did. Don't say that I had a BBC in front of my face dangling, right? But let's talk about this. But Craig's absolutely right in his intelligent assessment of all of this, is that you inevitably, you want to see them back together. You want to see them heal.
There's somebody that has an agenda. They will sacrifice the greater good of themselves, so one day they can position themselves to be able to tell you what to do and run your life. I'm telling you, you can't stop you can't just come with the buster bitch nigga talk, hoe nigga talk, rat, coon talk. You have to understand what's going on completely, even if it don't match how you feel. If somebody is dealing in narratives and speaking in fallacy, they're trying to evoke emotion to make you seem hypocritical and control people's view of you. But it ain't over though. I hope it ain't over. I hope it ain't over. Man, look, man, it's so many great things that come from Nick putting their differences to the side and saying, okay, Nick, all right, let's go and let's do what we got to do now. Let's get back to the agenda. I already know Corey's thing is helping black people, helping black women to see the light. I don't know much about Antoine, but he says some things. I mean, we need that type of thing. You need it. Be scared of a little bit of conflict. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. That's what this shit is about. Every movement has conflicts, man. But respectfully, nigga, it's like at the end of the day, two niggas standing on business, they stand on business. It is what it is. Right. Now, I was all the way at Hollywood. Look up station 1640 in Hollywood. I had a show that started at 10, right? I'm on my way from my crib. It's about 9:05. I turn on the show, they argue. I hear the dude say my name and call me a yes man, right? Then I see it get heated. I pull up to my show, I say, you know what, fuck that. I'm going to the studio. So I drive from Hollywood to Pasadena, man. I wasn't supposed to be there. Hopped the gate. When I pulled up, I blocked the entrance so he couldn't get out. I hopped the gate, but he was already gone. He was already out of there. So I pulled up, had a couple of homies tucked in the corner, waiting on that action ball. I pulled up, man, what's up, man, line? And I got my ass back to my show. So let me tell you something, man, about this comedy game, man.
Listen, but here's the thing, though. He did that at one particular junction of his life, but ask him if he'll do it now. Ask him after all of the success. Ask him after, and I don't know what type of money that, Craig Facts is dealing with right now. I don't know if he has kids now. He didn't have kids in that prior situation. But you have a lot more to lose. You want to think a lot more long term, because you got to go to work the next day, right? You don't have time for the law. You ain't have time for the lawyers. You don't have time for the conflict. You can't, right? You might be in a position where you can't walk into the office with black eyes, right? Like, you're going to tell them that you got into a car accident or something like that, right? You may have a lot more to lose. And without a doubt, if you're putting yourself in risky situations, you might be impacting your freedom, your bag, as well as your sanity, or even your life. Let's keep going.
Me, and I got my own career. I push my own line. I got things I want to accomplish for me and my family that have nothing to do with 5150. I'm a part of 5150. I'm a diehard 5150 guy. But when I heard Antoine attacking the brand, I didn't appreciate that, man. That's fair. You're talking about a legend in Corey Holcomb that sacrificed a lot and experiences a lot of controversy for having the heart to speak how he feels, regardless of what people think about it. You know what I'm saying? So when that nigga said I was just happy to be here, I laughed, because look, I'm a comedian. Anybody that really do comedy know Corey Holcomb is one of them niggas. It's an honor to do 5150. I'm not on 5150 to make it my show. Nigga, that's Corey's show, nigga. I'm there to be a compliment, weird ass nigga. But I love to debate you. I love to debate you. You gotta play your position on whatever team you on. It's called alignment, exactly. You can't be out of alignment and call yourself a man. It don't work like that.
Right.
I got my own ship I'm building right here. I got my own studio I'm sitting in right now, nigga.
Right.
I ain't no status-driven nigga where I feel like I gotta step in every situation and make it my shit and dominate. That's some whole shit to me. What up? I wanted to have that conversation face to, and I had never really heard of dude. I seen him online and shit here and there, but I really don't follow dude like that. I didn't know what he was on. When Corey said he was gonna have him on the show, I didn't know. I didn't know nothing about the dude. We don't got nothing in common. You know what I'm saying? But you know, the smoke, man, I won't debate. Craig facts, man, I kill y'all. Yeah, man, we gotta understand, man, when something is agenda-based and something is based in illogic, you gain nothing from giving that attention as far as your emotion is concerned. Once somebody is speaking
this is my point.
Illogic, you gotta let them have that. The hardest thing is for us to just let it go. You know what I'm saying? Because it triggers us. People who ain't on shit know how to trigger people in order to gain their attention. Man, you go through this all the time with scumbag bitches. You know, you do everything right for a chick, and then once you don't do one thing right, you all kind of bitch.
They forget everything that you've done,
you
right?
Got a little dick.
Right.
You know how I get? That's the same type of shit. But yeah, man, that was an interesting thing. I got so many calls and so many. Look, I don't crash out for nobody. So even me pulling up last night, it wasn't no crash out. I'm my own motherfucking man. You know what I'm saying? I don't crash out. What's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong. You feel me? So respect is number one. You know what I mean? I got a family. I got places to go in life. We all got limited time. You feel me? You know, so stick to your shit, man. You know, it was a bunch of the ad hominem was very present. That's when instead of sticking to the argument, somebody focuses on a flaw. You know what I mean? So it was very agenda based.
What this girl is?
Corey, Anton, y'all need to run that back. Run it back with me if you like. I would love to do that. Man called Corey racist, right? You can't be racist if you're not white. I mean, that's a power.
Coming down.
This is why Neely Fuller said black people shouldn't even be around each other. We shouldn't even be around each other until black people shouldn't even be
coming down.
Right now, if you end up having a debate with Anton and you say that you can't be racist unless you're white. See, the thing is that, and I don't want to get into like political conversations like that on this platform. But what I find so interesting is what's happening in the history behind it. What has happened is that black people, right? Like there was a time period where if you voted anything but Democrat and you were black, you were everything under the sun, all of the racist terms, Now, because of, I think the internet and a lot more people are incentivized to talk about things with free spirit because there is money associated or attached to it. Now, people who generally culturally only thought one way or voted one way, now there's this circle of people that are speaking something completely different. And I think those that either have not like that, not have had time to consider some of these talking points, you know, some of their arguments
on elevator
are novice in comparison.
You want this hair, huh? She come in.
That some of these
all right, y'all. I'm holler at y'all later.
on elevator.